Guns N' Roses vocalist Axl Rose is considered a rock music icon who is revered by millions of people as an almost Jesus Christ-like figure, or despised as homophobic, misogynistic, and deeply selfish rock stars. In his defense, Axl Rose has denied that he is homophobic or misogynistic, and is considered a tyrant by his former bandmates. William Bruce Rose was born on February 6, 1962 in Lafayette and suffered sexual abuse from his biological father as well as physical abuse from his stepfather at an early age. Then Axl changed his name to William Bailey after his mother remarried. Axl Rose was also an outcast at school, where he was chosen for being different, but Axl Rose found solace in singing with the choir at his school and church, and eventually he met rock music. His difficult teenage years eased a bit when he befriended Jeff Isbell, who shared Axl Rose's interest in music. Isbell left Indiana for a walk in Los Angeles in the early 80s with hopes of forming a rock band, and Axl followed shortly thereafter and changed her name to W. Axl Rose, while Isbell changed her name to Izzy Stradlin. The LA rock scene at the time was split halfway between rough punk rock and glam rock or heavy metal, and Axl Rose wanted to establish an even sound for each genre. Stradlin and Rose played several genres to no avail before he was joined by fellow street rockers named Slash, Duff McKagan, and Steven Adler. Long story short, after they were on the Sunset Strip and honing their acting, the newly formed Guns N' Roses signed a record deal with Geffen Records after releasing the independent Live IPI. Their debut full-length entitled Appetite for Destruction was released a year later, and at first the public didn't know what to make of the album or the band. Slowly but surely, a changing rock audience came along, and in the summer of 1988 Guns N' Roses quickly became one of the world's top rock bands thanks to the power of hit singles or MTV videos such as Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child O' Mine, and Paradise City. But with that fame came death-defying drug and alcohol abuse among the 5 band members as well as last-minute cancellations of tours and concerts. It seems that the more successful they are, the more problems arise. To fill the void of the new GNR album, Geffen issued a temporary IPI containing 8 songs, namely GNR Lies, in late 1988. Amid widespread rumors of the band's disbandment, the album was also another big sell thanks to the power of the acoustic ballad hit Patience. But Axl Rose was heavily criticized for the song One in a Million, where Rose has derogatory comments about gays, blacks, and immigrants. Undeterred by this, Axl Rose regrouped and worked on their highly anticipated follow-up, which always seemed to miss a lot of projected release dates. Then Adler was fired during recording, while in 1991 they finally released a second album, which was part of the second album Use Your Illusion. Both discs were big hits, but the band seems to have reinvented itself as a bombastic and awe-inspiring rock act, remembering the music their punk rock idols were trying to destroy in the mid-70s. A 2-year giant tour followed with Stradlin leaving the band midway through the tour, during which GNR found themselves losing their validity as a street rock act in the face of cult grunge movements including Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden and others. It only made Rose seem further from reality when she held the band back on stage, resulting in a ridiculous multi-hour delay. His public image took a few more scenes when several concerts were marred by audience riots caused by Rose's infamous debauchery, and when he attempted a fight with Nirvana leader Kurt Cobain backstage at the 1992 MTV Video Music Awards for belittling Cobain's comments about Axl Rose at the 1992 MTV Video Music Awards. When the tour finally came to a halt in 1993, GNR released a collection of warmly received covers of the Spaghetti Incident and the band took a break. But after many writing and recording sessions were cancelled for their third studio album, the other two original members, namely Slash and McKagan, left the band or were dismissed by Axl Rose. Rose had been given full ownership of the Guns N' Roses name, so he slowly formed a new band around himself. With rumors running rampant that he had become a bloated, bald and drug-addicted recluse, Axl Rose continued to work on his next GNR and let himself go. 1999 saw GNR's first new song released in almost 8 years. The song Oh My God from the End of Days soundtrack was a direct compilation of old GNR songs live era 87 to 93, but the two came and went without much fanfare. But all that changed when Axl Rose and his new partner, Robin Fink, Buckethead, Tommy Stinson, Brian Mantia, and plus a longtime GNR keyboardist named Dizzy Reed played their first live show together in early 2001, and it received rave reviews. With a world tour and album almost done. And that's a bit of a journey from Axl Rose Guns N' Roses.